All right, I'm looking at another weekly Squardle. This is weekly Squardle number 104. If you're not familiar with Squardle, it's like Wordle on a grid. We're guessing a row and a column at the same time. And this 8 is how many guesses we have remaining, and we'll get a bonus guess if we complete a word, and that's about all we need to know. And I think I'm just gonna go for, high score today, see what I can do. I like starting with store, okay? No S, but there's an R there, okay? We really don't know anything about the second word yet. There's no T. We could have an O here or an E over here, but there's no O or E in the column. I'm just gonna go with punch. Sometimes if I'm doing a 3-word start, I do store punch daily. I don't always do a 3-word start if I get some clues that'll be helpful, but all right, so there's a U there. There's an N and an H. Okay, so, and it's not CH, it's not TH. We could do an H at the beginning. But if it's not at the beginning, then I feel like usually if the H is not at the beginning, it has another consonant with it. There's no S. You can't have a C or a T. It would have to be like a G, or you could do something like ought, but there's no T. And there's no O at the beginning. There's no P, so it almost has to be a G or a W, but that's probably at the beginning, WH. So I think, oh, human would be really good. I was gonna say, I think the H is at the beginning, but human would be really good. We got the N then as well. Okay, so I like human there. Human. Now, unfortunately, we're guessing on the third one now, and I don't know, we've got an O here. Can we figure anything out from the O and the M? Well, we know the O isn't third. Okay, so if that's an N or an M, then the O is not first, second, or third. So the O is fourth or fifth. Fourth is pretty good. It could be fifth, but fourth is probably better, generally. I actually can't think of anything that fits that. Because here's the problem, the M second, if this is human, might not be. But if this is human, the M second, we can't put an S at the beginning, so it's gotta be a vowel, and it can't be an O or an E. What about amigo? Now, there's not much to go on with that, but I don't really have anything else to go off of here, and that is A and I and G, which are new, and M, 4 new letters. I really like that. And there's a chance we get one of the words and we get a bonus guess early. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna do amigo. Yes. Yes. All right. Very nice. So I think it's gonna be human then, and because it's not gonna be MH and HUM. And need to have an N. Yeah, it's gonna be human. Okay, I'm gonna confidently say that's human and make those for sures. Now this is interesting. AI and no N, M, G, or O. So there is an E over here. This could be like a like, or alive. There's probably a lot of things it could be. It could be abide. I do like the E at the end though, but. All right, well, we're on the 4th row and column now. We've got the R and the G. Could do something like rigid, right, R-I-G-H-T is possible. Let's look over here. So if this is an H, right, so this is a T then. Something like chart maybe? We do need to have a C somewhere. We've got these white C's. Chart would be good because this has to be a T down here. This has to be a T no matter what. This is a definite T because the white T, the red T, this is a definite T. Obviously the A and the R are not T. So T here, so then C, I mean, we can't have an H after this C because of the white H down here. We need to have an R, either second, or we could do CR. Something like, well, it can't be cramp. This N here, what if this was a K and we did crank? Crank and then like kneel maybe? That could work. Ridge. No. Rogue. Rogue. Ridge would have the G in the 4th spot. But Rogue would work. Then I don't know what's gonna happen down here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Crank and Neil for right now. I like Rogue. I think that's pretty good. But I'm not sure. The A and the U is the problem here. Oh no, I was gonna say we could do Vague and Crave, but we can't do an E, so it can't be Crave. Right. It can't be Crack. I liked the K before the N is the thing. All right. Crank, but then, but of course this could be other things besides Neil. We could do Nelt. What about Regal? What about Regal and Nelt? I mean, that doesn't do much for me here, but Naval? Naval? Alive? Ah. No, that doesn't work. Shoot, I was hoping I could figure out what this one of these 4th column or row words is. I mean, if it's K, you could do Knave. But then I don't know what that's gonna be with the V there. What about Naval this way? And Alive. But I don't know how that's gonna work either. What about L and L? Something like Troll. And then you could do Naval with an E or an A. You could do Neil. But then, what's this gonna be? Something G-E-E? This could be, is that a thing? Reggie? I mean, this all works other than that word that maybe is a word that I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna try Naval. Oh, it's the other kind of name. Okay. Oh, it's Regal. Oh, it's Regal. And wait, Naval and Regal, which is what I was trying to do, but then, oh, Nell. I don't know what that is, but that is a word, I think. It's a word I've heard before, but I don't know what it means. Oh. Man, I almost went with Naval earlier too. All right, well, we lost a guess because of that, but that's all right. So let's do Nell. I think that's gonna be it. Okay. All right, well, it's gonna take us 3 more guesses to get the answer. So let's just go ahead and chart our path and measure carefully with our ruler. And we're gonna end up with an 8, aren't we, instead of a 9? Could have had a 9. Ah, it was so close. All right. Well, we'll do a regal final answer. I got an 8. That's pretty good. 9's the best I've ever done, but almost had another 9. I was so close. All right. Well, anyways, Nell, I feel like that's a word I've heard before, but I don't know what it means. So let me know if you know what it means and how you did with today's puzzle and how many guesses you ended up with at the end. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.